Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 5 Minutes for Fighting. This is a new segment where we put 5 minutes on the clock. I get to talk with a fighter, and today we have a great guest. It is Edmen Shahbazyan from. Am I pronouncing that correctly? By the way,
Shahbazyan.
Shahbazyan. Okay, and
Yeah,
he
yeah,
just fought at UFC 282. Had an incredible knockout over Dalcha. Am I pronouncing that right? I'm bad
yeah,
with names.
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna put 5 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna set my timer now, and I'm gonna see what I can get out of you. All right.
All right, let's go.
All right, and we start the clock now. Edmen, how you doing? How you feeling about your performance? That was a pretty impressive win at UFC 282. How are you feeling overall about it?
I'm feeling good about it. Had a good had a long layoff before that, and feels good to be back and yeah, get the win.
Yeah. So you beat Dalcha Lungiambula at UFC 282 via TKO. You did, Dana White handed out a bunch of fight of the night or bonuses because basically to everybody except for the last two fights. Because they all end with finishes, and you were lucky enough to have one of them as well. Just out of curiosity, what did you do with that 50K bonus?
Oh, the I don't know. I'm thinking about it still. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do, but hopefully something smart, like smart
Yeah.
investment.
Right.
Yeah,
I know Raul Rosas Jr. said he wanted to give to buy his mom a minivan. Obviously, you're a bit older than that, so
yeah.
maybe not quite there. But you did make it known that you needed a change of scenery leading up to this fight. So you did switch teams. You went to Xtreme Couture, and it just seems like it really has worked out for you. How much do you attest this performance to that change of scenery for yourself? And do you think that this change of scenery is potentially setting you back on the right track where you could be seen as a potential title contender once again?
Yeah, absolutely. It was definitely needed. And I'm loving it out in Vegas. The time off that I had, I worked on myself physically, mentally, technically, everywhere to improve as a fighter, and it was definitely much needed. And I love Vegas for training and everything. It's amazing, and yeah, I'm really happy about it, and I definitely think that it's the right step, and it's gonna only get better from here.
People aren't aware of how expensive it is to be a fighter. You have to pay
Mm.
your gym, you have to pay your team. There's so much upkeep. Maybe you considered maybe parlaying some of that bonus into like hooking up your team a little bit, maybe like a nice steak dinner or maybe some gifts around the gym. Have you considered that at all?
Of course, I consider. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm gonna like figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make
Yeah.
smart choices and good choices for sure.
Good. So who do you want to fight next? Is there anybody in mind that you have? Like, are you aiming for a potential rematch with Brunson? What do you have in mind for yourself?
No specific person. Just gonna take it fight by fight and see what gets offered. By my manager and my team. They'll come up with who we're gonna fight next, and we'll go from there. But no specific person.
There is a lot of talk, obviously, about Chimaev potentially moving up to 185. Would you have any interest in welcoming him to the division?
I mean, they probably wouldn't even fight with me because of like I think he wants like big names, for that
Yeah.
division. So uh
Well, there's talk
yeah,
about whether or not he'd be as good in that division. I know that Dricus Duplessis said that about Darren Till, that moving up to middleweight is a tough gig. Do you think that he'd even be at do you think he would have such a dominant level at 185?
I think so. Yeah, I think he could be dominant. His style is a good style for MMA, and he for sure could do really well in 85 as well.
Okay, fair enough. So, um, when people mention the name Edmen Shahbazyan, like I don't know, a year from now, what do you want them to be saying about you?
He's a great fighter.
Yeah.
That's one of the main things I want. He's a great fighter and a smart fighter.
Well, I think you turned some heads with your performance, and I think that you definitely, obviously, a change of scenery has gotten you back on the right map, back on the map, got on the right track. Um, but we are coming up to the New Year's. It's a little bit cheesy, but do you have it? I'm just curious. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Just to get better,
Yeah.
keep getting better. Like I said, like I want to be better from each fight, be a better fighter from each fight, and constantly improve. I feel like I have the right team behind me now, and I'm gonna only go upwards from here.
So I've asked this before to other fighters, and we're down to 20 seconds. If you had a different life and you didn't become a fighter, what would you have wanted to be?
That never thought of Plan B, so I would have never know.
I think, well, I mean, you made it to the UFC, and you got a knockout on a pay-per-view. So what else could
Yeah,
you have done?
yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, the time is up. Thank you so much for joining me on 5 Minutes for Fighting. I appreciate it, man, and wish you the best of luck. I look forward to your next fights, and I hope it's as impressive as the one we just saw. So,
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
all right.
It was
Hey,
nice
man.
meeting you. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too. Have a good one. All right.
You too, man. Happy
All right.
holidays.